Right, we're on. Today I have a Callaway Paradym driver up against Bryson DeChambeau's Krank Golf Formula Fire Pro driver. Wow. The beauty of the Fire Pro driver is there's 3 face thicknesses to match the swing speed of the golfer. So if you swing at 105 miles an hour or above, or you hit the ball on average 260 yards or more, the Formula Fire Pro version is for you. That has the thickest face. Then if you carry it between 200 and 260, you go for the X head. It has an X there instead of Pro. And then there's a double X for people who hit 200 yards or below. The idea behind this is there's a different face thickness to match shaft flex and swing speed. So generally a faster swing speed, 105 and above's got a stiff shaft or an extra stiff shaft. The face on that driver's a thicker face, giving the ultimate feedback with no spring. Then of course if you swing slightly slower than that, which would generally be in a more regular shaft, in order to keep distance up, the face becomes slightly thinner. And then again, of course, under 200 yards, slightly thinner again. All Krank drivers and fairway woods are 100% handmade from the highest grade beta titanium. Oof, that is super strong. Now you think about the difference between that and my Callaway Paradym that I'm testing this against today. It comes down to feedback. And when I say feedback, it's not just player feedback, it's how the golf club feeds energy back to the golf ball. This here, carbon crown, face insert, some more pieces on the back, they're all glued together. Now when you hit a golf ball with that, those glued pieces, they all compress, then they give the energy back to the golf ball and it goes. With the Krank driver, however, this is purely welded together. There's nothing that's glued at all. This is one solid piece of kit. And what does that mean? The only way I can describe this is, or the way I see it, is if you dropped a golf ball onto a rubber cart path, it would bounce X amount, carbon head style. If you drop a golf ball into a 100% concrete path, it would bounce higher. It's hitting a harder surface, Krank style. So the energy is immediately given back to the golf ball. It's away. The flexing of the face is not there. I don't think, correct me Krank if I'm wrong there, but I feel as though the thickness of the face does the job as opposed to a trampoline effect. And that being the case, if I've got that right, that's class. If I've got it wrong, then I apologise, but I am pretty close, I think, in the way I've explained that. I'm sure Krank will get in touch with me and keep me right. Comment below, Krank. Cheers. So my Formula Fire is in a 10.5 degrees of loft, Fujikura shaft, stiff flex, 44.5 inches, standard size grip. So it's half an inch shorter than my Callaway Paradym. In fact, it's about 1 inch shorter than my Callaway Paradym, which should lose distance. So the Paradym should go further because the radius is wider, but we'll see. Why did I order it in 45.5 inches? Control. I find if I put a 3-wood shaft, for example, into my driver, I can hit the club face slightly more towards the middle. That's a good thing. Yes, I lose distance because of the radius, but then of course I gain it again because I'm now hitting the sweet spot. I always gripped down on my Callaway back in the day. Today I'll grip on the end. We've chatted long enough, let's put it to the test. Oh, and we're going to be using Titleist Pro V1 golf balls for this test. So the Krank driver goes so straight. One of the reasons it goes so straight is bulge and roll. Let me explain. This here, the roll on the face of the golf club, the Krank driver curves more towards the heel and more towards the toe in comparison to your other standard drivers on tour. Now what does that do? Well, as you know, if you hit the driver from the toe, the ball goes left. If you hit the driver from the heel, the ball goes to the right. Now because there's more roll and bulge on the Krank driver, if you hit it from the toe, the more roll, the ball will start further to the right and come back to the middle of the fairway, heel further to the left and come back to the middle of the fairway, rather than on the start line curving too far left or too far right. That extra roll on that face is keeping you straight. Wow. So Callaway Paradym, 10.5 stiff, half an inch longer. What can you give me? Okay, it's left, so left is long. A ball speed of, Trackman's just catching up, so carried 273, a ball speed of 158, and a club head speed of 106. Let's go again. 273 through the air. Left again, left's always long. Pulled them both. Okay, ball speed 106, carried 264, so down a little bit there. 264, 273, 264 and 273, so 273 was the best carry. Let's try and get a straight one here. Okay, got one straight. Brilliant. So 154 ball speed, 103 club speed, 263. So the 270 carry shot, that went a lot further because it went further left. Let's try the crank. So you can see there the average carry for the Paradym was 267, a ball speed of 156 and a swing speed of 105. Right, it is crank time. Now I know, this camera's not great. Now I know, I've hit this before, it feels amazing, it goes very, very straight. However, the wind's got up now, we're into the wind. The Callaway balls all went left because I pulled them left, so that's going to go longer, which kind of skews things. But let's see what we can do with the crank. It launches so well, so straight as well. 106 miles an hour club head speed, 159 ball speed, 272 carry. Now that is impressive. I am very, very happy with that. Straight as well. .272 carry into a slight breeze, a 160 ball speed. Now my technique's not ideal. I believe I could get a lot more out of this if I worked on my technique. Okay, felt pretty good again. Ball speed again 158, 106 miles an hour club head speed, carried 266. So that was the average of the Callaway one. So we've got one above average and one on the average. Tried to kill that actually. But I love the launch, it's so good, and it feels fast off the face. Oh, they're so straight though. 105 club head speed, so club head speed's the same obviously, it's just right on that line. Carrying 269, so very close to the 270 carry on every shot with this one, compared to the Callaway, which averaged 266, that's 269. We've had let me just check this for you, we've had a 269, a 266 and a 272. So it's up there, and that's into the breeze. So the breeze has got up since hitting the Callaway driver. So this is definitely further than the Callaway. Definitely further, definitely straighter. It's just so good. It's 157 ball speed. How can I get that up to 160? Work on my technique. That's how I do it. I'm just going to keep hitting this for fun. 270 carry, exactly 270 yards. I've kind of got two carried into this, or two into this. I've forgotten which camera I'm actually speaking to. 270 yards, so now our average there is 269. which is 3 yards further than my Callaway, into the wind. Callaway, it was very calm when I hit the Callaway. But it feels, it's solid, you know, it really does feel as that ball bounces off that cart path, that concrete path. But, or the ball comes off with an explosion, but there's still feel there. It doesn't feel like a tin can. The feedback's amazing. That was, I knew it was close to 160 ball speed, so yeah, I gave that a go. 107 club speed, 159 ball speed, carried 274. So there's my furthest ball yet, carrying 274, which brings the average right up to a staggering 270. So I've got 4 yards on my Callaway, and I've got wind in play. It feels light. It's absolutely brilliant. And so straight as well. But I know what you're all thinking. Let's have a proper go at this, Steve. Let's smash this as hard as you can and see if that makes any difference. Now, from my experience, what was the smash factor on that last one? Yeah, 105, 1.5. So it doesn't get much more efficient than that. And I know when I speed myself up or try and kill it, if you like, I lose efficiency. But let's try it anyway. Let's try and feel as though we're really going to smash the inside of this golf ball, hitting it at 4 o'clock. Oh my God. There you go. So efficiency is down by 1 point. In fact, it's pointless even talking about that. 108 miles an hour, 162 miles an hour club head speed, ball speed, sorry. I got there, and my carry 283 yards through the air, and the smash factor's just generated again there on 1.5. Absolutely brilliant. So the beauty of that as well is I can smash that really, really hard and keep it straight. So for me, it's not about the distance, it's about keeping the thing straight. And the harder I hit this, the straighter I seem to keep it. Ridiculous. So let's smash another one hard. It's just dawned on me at the end of this video, having hit all these golf balls, that I moved the camera, so therefore I can't put shot tracer on. What an absolute idiot. You have to take my word for it here, that the ball flight is so straight. Let's try one. So this is getting hammered. I'm going to hammer this thing in there at 4 o'clock in the back of that ball. Oh, look how straight. It's arrow straight. I've never hit a driver as arrow straight as that. What's the numbers on that? There we go. 163.8 ball speed, 109 club head speed, 1.5 smash factor, carried 283 yards. You saw it there. I'm so glad I've moved the camera back and then just smashed one in real time. That is a screenshot for you on the screen right now. It's exciting, isn't it? I've generally struggled with driver in the past. I'm good iron player, good short game. I can putt. I can now drive. I can now hit a driver. So testing done, it all feels great. In fact, there's no negatives. I can't really think of a negative. I even like the looks. When I ordered it, I thought it looks a little bit, I don't know, military. But that's not the case. Behind the golf ball, it looks amazing. The colour tone, the red and black, love that. Good North Berwick colours. If you know, you know. And the shaft feels amazing. I've got a standard size grip. Everything else is normally mid-size grip for me. I've got a standard grip on this. I might change it, although going on the numbers I've just given, I don't think I'll change anything on it. And because of those last two smash balls with the Fire driver, my average carry is now up to 274 yards with an average ball speed of 160. Smash factor, measure of efficiency, 1.5. Oh.